I had my first mediumship channeling experience today, with supernatural special effects to boot. While I have been connected to my higher self and a higher collective for quite some time, today I experienced something different. I channeled Dolores Cannon. I was in the middle of chatting on Facebook with my good friend Candace Goldman, when I heard a slight hum and click sound from the door area. All of a sudden, the ceiling fan in my room began slowly moving. I looked at the wall and I could see that the fan switch had been turned on. I sat with this for a moment and said in my mind, okay, that was pretty impressive. Who was there? The first name that came to mind was Dolores Cannon. Then I realized that made perfect sense since I was chatting with Candace, one of Dolores' close colleagues and friends. The light in the hallway began to flicker. I took that as confirmation, and also wondered if she used it as a source of energy. But I later had a different understanding of how she manipulated the light, which I share at the end of this article. I began picking up ideas out of my own head that she wanted to share with Candace. My fingers were flying on the keyboard, and it was as if a file in my brain was opening and I was like, oh, okay, she wants me to tell you this part. I did not hear her voice in my head at first, then I was imagining that she was softly saying something. But I couldn't hear it, I could just imagine she said it. I can see where many people might think they are just making that part up, but the person you are repeating the message to knows better, because it goes perfectly with something they already know. Candace and I had a three-way conversation with Dolores for about 10 minutes. The message was personal, so I can't share it, but what I found interesting was the way it was presented. First, there was the dramatic entrance by turning on the ceiling fan right over my head, to get my attention. Then, cue the lights in confirmation after I said it was her, like ding ding ding, correct answer. The way I can explain how it felt was like a mind meld. It was as if Dolores was accessing what I already know, and picking out bits and pieces for me to share, then adding her 2 cents in afterward. I never felt her energy field enter mine, and I never felt scared, worried, or anything but calm. In my mind's eye, I did see her shake one finger in emphasis about one particular part, but it wasn't like I saw her, it was just the thought of a shaking finger. It wasn't a movie in my mind like some people see. I felt afterward that it was as if she had read my Akashic record in an instant and swooped in to pick things out of my brain that she wanted Candace to hear. She used my experiences or my truths as a basis for expanding what she wanted to say to Candace. It all happened very quickly. It's almost as if time stopped and afterward I was more aware of what had happened. I channeled Dolores Cannon. I remember many people saying Dolores said that she never would be channeled. I can see why, as it isn't really channeling. I don't even know if telepathy is the right word either, because telepathy supposedly uses more emotions and feelings as two energy fields merge. I look forward to expanding what happened today into telepathy in the future. I will share a few things that she picked out of my brain. Remember, you are creating your own reality. It's all about vibration. When you find the place in your heart through turmoil, your reality begins to morph and change. You know you are there when things are seamless for you, you have no stress and turmoil, and your whole world changes around you. You hit the void. While in the void, or 0 point, I think our hologram can be easily changed. I think that's how the fan was able to turn on. It takes quite a bit of pressure to push that switch up in 3D. I don't think pressure was used, I think the hologram was manipulated for the experience. I am curious to see if anyone has had something similar happen to them as well. What a powerful yet gentle presence Dolores is. I never felt invaded or infiltrated. In fact, I would say she made such a grand entrance that I was completely impressed. I asked her to turn the fan off for me afterward, but she didn't.